Welcome down to the Malted Man Cave. I'm your host, Keith.
And I'm Dave.
And
tonight we're doing a bourbon, so not many of you are going to join us.
all right, so we're back. I think Dave's a little jealous of Ella.
Oh man, how cute was Ella? Honestly, you know what?
Dude, she's seriously like she.
I agree. Hashtag replace Dave.
Dude, she thinks she's famous. Like truly, like she thinks
she's
so anybody in the whole world can see me.
Everyone in the world.
Yes, yes, babe. Everyone.
Even you creepers out there, but we will find you.
So tonight, as Dave said, as I dropped the cork, tonight we're doing a bourbon. Many of you guys have heard of New Riff. They're kind of new and kind of up and coming, and many people think that they're a really good distillery and they're making good things. So tonight we decided to put it to the test, see if they're indeed good. This is the first bottle from New Riff that I have purchased. So we're doing New Riff Single Barrel. Comes in at 104.4 proof, 52.2% ABV. Barrel number is 16 TAC 9526. And let's see, on the back it says aged for at least 4 years. All right, so it says each New Riff barrel is singular in personality and flavor, selected for its quality and complexity. Bottled at barrel proof and without chill filtration. Appreciate that. We preserve the character of the barrel all the way to your glass.
All the way.
So Dave's gonna go home with this.
Ultimate mooch.
Original. Anything you want to say about this before we get into it?
Keith and I both have poison ivy from separate locations.
What? We need to make it's equal rights. I think we gotta send our wives out to do all the yard work. Equal rights. Equal rights. And I just did all the dishes and the baths for the kids tonight, so I don't want to hear a word about being a chauvinist. I do tons of housework.
I for one enjoy doing yard work.
Sometimes I do.
So it is a little bit of an outlet for me. So I
like mowing. I don't mind it. The one thing I don't like,
pulling weeds.
Pulling weeds, man.
Dude, you need to get yourself a garden weasel.
You have seen the property back there.
Dude,
I'm rocking it. Next year I'm rocking it. I'm getting a flamethrower.
Just salt. And then you're going to spread salt on the ground.
Yes. This is freaking...
Kill it all!
Carthage. You're not ever... Didn't Rome, like, spread salt on Carthage?
Oh, yeah. Just forever.
It wasn't enough just to kill and, like, rape and pillage the entire, city. But they had to lay salt so nothing could ever grow again.
On all of their fields.
That's the ultimate just teabag disrespect.
Oh, man.
Getting salted.
They say the soil is still has some salinity to it because
still in Carthage.
Yeah.
That's so that really I always wonder if they just did it in a small area, but they really did the whole area. You know how much time that would take to spread salt?
Can you imagine? But when everybody's sort of a slave, I mean, you can get stuff done, right? That's how the pyramids were built.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if every worker doesn't have a choice, and they probably don't think they don't, I mean, there's no other choice, right? Yeah. That's live, right?
Without getting too political, even though we have many flaws in America and current modern civilization, things are a lot better than it was throughout most of human history.
Could you imagine?
Throughout most of human history, we're living like kings. You're poor and on welfare. You can have air conditioning, cable TV.
Yeah, or even just middle class like us. I mean,
we got it made, man.
Got it pretty cool.
We got some problems.
Lower middle class.
It's always good to be striving for better, but I think sometimes we need a little perspective about how good things are.
That's why we need to tax the rich.
And moving on. So, without further ado,
let's get into some bourbon,
man. Cheers.
I'm excited. Pineapple upside down cake. That's what it smells like to me. It smells like a citrusy, vanilla,
Vanilla.
Little bit of, man, a little soapy scent to it to me. Really fresh. It's nice.
A nice light toasted oak. So I mean, this is only a little over 4 years. So without ruining the review, I would say this stuff is good. I think if this same juice, whatever this is, and it like stays in for another 4 years, this stuff's gonna be incredible. And I think New Riff is gonna do amazing things, and they're probably gonna be one of my favorite bourbon distilleries. But this is only a little bit over 4. But I get ginger, nutmeg, kind of has that a little bit of that Buffalo Trace, Blanton's, just vanilla. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know how to. Corn syrup, just rich, like you're working in a, like a candy factory that just poured in a bunch of corn syrup.
A little bit of like artificial banana. Have you ever had? I just got
Laffy Taffy banana.
Yeah, yes. I just got Banana Twins.
What's that?
It's like a Little Debbie. It's like this banana flavored
pastry.
It's this banana flavored cake thing with this cream center.
You've always loved you some cakes. I remember in high school you'd love you some zebra
cakes.
What was that all about? I remember you in cross country you'd always be zebra cakes.
Oh, because I would, for every mile I would run, I would get another pack of zebra cakes. So I would end with like
you
3.5 packs.
Earned like, all right, earned this. I'm gonna eat it at the end.
I would eat it at the end. Yeah.
I used to have flashbacks, and I didn't run cross country of you screaming zebra cakes.
Zebra cakes.
All right. So that beautiful, beautiful corn syrup note again, like the lightly toasted oak. It's kind of a more ethereal light. It's lighter than I would have thought, but I definitely agree. Like maybe a little graham cracker, maybe vanilla wafers.
Yeah.
Vanilla wafers
or a banana twin.
Yeah, I haven't had banana twin, but I'll go with you on the banana.
No, because the cake part of it reminds me of like a graham cracker-ish taste to it. Yeah, graham cracker's a great note.
What about the palate?
Oh, let me get into it. I told Keith the first time I took a drink of this, it tickled my nose. I think
my nostrils are still recovering from the. I was noticing I wasn't able to smell as. There was COVID-19 in the household. We're all fine. But I'm actually going back to work for the first time tomorrow because...
That's why you haven't seen David.
That's why Dave has been gone.
But you got to see Ella. Yeah. Oh, man. So, light is a good way to put it. It's very light on the palate. For me, that toasted oak, the vanilla's there... That banana to me, some of that graham cracker is definitely there. It's got kind of a little bit of a chalky taste to it, or a feeling that
the chalky candy cigarettes.
Yeah. Yep.
Definitely cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon red hots.
Yeah.
On the palate for me.
Dude, Arizona, candy cigarettes everywhere.
Really? Why?
Yeah, like every gas station had them, and I don't know, just very much more open with just, yeah. I feel like they're so like risque now.
Arizona?
No, candy cigarettes.
Oh.
Like having them, like a gas station doesn't just have candy cigarettes.
They don't sell them anymore?
I haven't seen them in a long time.
Not a fan of the way our culture's heading.
Even my Bible thumping mom used to get me some candy cigarettes.
I told you my mom made me take them back though, right?
Oh, right.
So I went and bought them. We had like a local mini mart, like literally I could walk to from my house. And I bought some candy cigarettes and my mom made me turn right back and she made me apologize. My mom's great. I love my mom.
Did you get to blow out any?
I did.
Nice.
I snuck it real quick.
Gave it a little puff.
But just for the record, even my mom admits that was ridiculous. It looks back and be like, that was crazy. Seriously.
You know what? My parents told me that the world was going to end because Saddam Hussein was rebuilding Jerusalem. Or no, rebuilding Babylon.
You never know. He could have done it.
He did. He like rebuilt a replica of it. Oh, Saddam. Crazy old Saddam.
Weapons of mass destruction. We'll never know.
No, we do know.
I don't think we know.
No, they're still there.
I think there's more indications that there
Invisible
wasn't,
jets.
but I still think we don't know for sure. They could have just hit him really well.
They have Wonder Woman's invisible jet. Okay, so I also get the chalky candy cigarette, like a chalky taffy, like a
banana Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, Laffy Taffy, but almost like maybe like a Hard Rock candy.
Vanilla Hard Rock candy?
Yeah, I'd go with a vanilla Hard Rock candy. You don't get that. I don't get
No, I do.
That's what you should have said.
No, that's absolutely not. That's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
You should have like
apologize.
You should be like,
that's so stupid.
What else do you get? Oh, that's very interesting. I don't get that at all. Oh man, it's good to see you. By the way,
good to see you, man. Glad you're back.
COVID cheers. Oh.
So
yeah, how about you on the palate?
There's a little bit of we're gonna put the mash bill right there. Because I think I looked it up, but I forget on camera. Sometimes I forget things that I want to say, and we didn't write any notes down or anything for this review, so I'm sorry, but we're gonna put it right there. Like I said,
it's got a little bit of maple and cinnamon, I think, in it as well, or it could just be like a brown sugary feel to it. But it reminds me a lot of taking toast, buttered toast, and I used to put my oatmeal on the toast and then take a bite of the toast with the oatmeal. Mm-hmm. It's got that toast, that white bread, kind of burnt white breadish taste to it, with all those great things that bourbon comes with.
Yep,
it's great,
There's
man.
one note that I just can't put my finger on what it is. What is that?
Sugar cookies? You always get, or no? What is your?
Petrol Springbank, Brookladdies, and sometimes Lagavulins, apparently.
Sometimes Lagavulins.
What is that?
While you're thinking about it, I did my first front flip on a trampoline.
It's nice.
I was always too afraid.
Even though I'm a fatty,
I've
always been doing. I just pulled it off the other day.
Pulled one out.
Do you remember when I did that backflip and literally ripped all Missy's? That hurt. Like I T-boned my spine. That's probably when all my back problems.
Rest in peace, Missy Potts.
Didn't I rip the whole net down?
Yeah. You suplexed the entire side of the.
I did a backflip, but instead of going completely up and flipping, I did like.
He went.
I went. And then came down on the entire net, and then T-boned my back right on the metal. Oh, that was horrible.
And this was pre-alcohol.
Yep.
This was just us stupid.
I just think I just didn't jump it right. And I was 6'2". I think that's right at the age where we were probably sophomores. I'm I didn't realize how tall I was, and I need to recalibrate how I jump. All right. I can't pinpoint it is, but this is pretty good.
Yeah.
What about the finish?
So finish for me, that chalky feel stays, but it's... Do you think that's because of the age of it? Some of that soapy, chalky feel to it? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Probably
you can get that with older stuff.
Because I kind of like that in a whiskey. I like it when it gives it a bit of a flavor to it, or not a flavor, but a texture to it, or a feel to it.
But it's not chill filter too, so that's probably a little part of it.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you, New Riff, for doing it right. For me, the finish is medium. It's not short at all. It's not super long. I will say this: that chalky, light cinnamon note does last for quite a bit, but all the other stuff kind of trails off. So I would say it's about medium. It's got some good,
it's
cinnamon,
a medium.
nutmeg, chalk, the banana Laffy Taffy.
Yeah. Man, it's
corn syrup. Yeah. For a 4-year-old or maybe a little bit older than a 4-year-old, I think this is impressive. I think that new Riff is just going to be incredible when they get come of age.
I feel like, honestly, for the value on it, I think it compares really well to a lot of the other ones that are in the same range. Mm-hmm. And if they're doing it with, not same price range, but even like older whiskeys, I think this can compare pretty well with some of the other older age state.
There's other bourbons that I've had that are, I know for a fact, are 7 years old or 8 years old, and this tastes just as good.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, I'm a little biased because I get to take it home. But for a first taste for a new distillery for me, I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it an 84.
Which is exactly where I'm at.
Yep. 84.
And take note, I am actually trying to be more conservative with my scores.
Yeah, me too.
I have drastically tried to start, as we've had more whiskey.
We also were
sometimes and a lot of times at the beginning I was just reviewing all the whiskey that I like, that I own, that I really like. So of course they're going to be higher scores. So I am trying to actively lower the mean and the median of my score.
I have to admit too, I have something on the brain, two things on the brain. Keith just said he had a line on a bottle of E.H. Taylor and Elijah Craig bottle of Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll share some with you.
So I've got a little comparison in my brain right now to the truth.
The truth.
The two truths.
Question of the night.
Okay, so LeBron
just won his 4th ring. Or he's going to. With the Clippers losing.
Limping. Yep.
Although, the Nuggets are
they
the real deal?
They're coming alive.
Or did they just have a matchup and get the right momentum at the right time that just put them on their heels? And I'll be interested to see.
It is interesting to see it, and I wonder if this is if it's a truer version of sport in and of itself, whereas
no crowd, no home court advantage.
Whereas the theater of it weighs a little bit more heavily. There's big difference between a home crowd. You shooting a free throw and you got a home crowd going crazy.
Yep.
That's tough, especially for new guys to shoot in front of. So shooting in an empty gym, that's they've been doing that for their entire lives.
Yep.
Yeah. So is this just pure sport? Is this just who is the best in a gym player? Obviously it is.
I would argue that.
Yeah. So this might even, if LeBron, so this leads to LeBron's greatness. We're going to talk about that tonight.
The question
was
if LeBron gets his 4th ring.
Oh, yeah. Is he the greatest of all time?
Is this going to start? Is this going to, I know some people already think, I think you already think that he surpassed MJ.
No.
I thought you argued that in one of our debates.
I
think you did. Then you watched The Last Dance and then you changed your mind, didn't you? No. That's what happened. You watched The Last Dance and you changed your mind because you remembered.
No, I don't think I've ever put LeBron before MJ, but I think I put LeBron before Kobe.
Roll the tape.
Yeah, I think I put LeBron before Kobe because I like him as a team player. I feel like Michael Jordan was a team player.
This is your chance to go all in and prove you're right, because if he wins a 4th, he's going to have the argument to say that he's got all the stats, he's got the longevity, his career of greatness has been longer than MJ, and now he will have 3 different rings with 3 different franchises. He won in Cleveland and broke the curse.
And I was going to say too, I
still think MJ's better.
This helps
him.
If this is a demonstration of pure basketball as a sport, minus the advantages of away locker rooms and things like that, might just show that he is the greatest of all time.
I know we're putting the cart ahead of the horse a little bit, but the Nuggets and probably Miami or Boston, I don't think.
I
think they're gonna win.
Yeah,
I'm happy for him.
I hope he does. Now, the reason why I say I hope he does is because I still don't think he's better than Mike, even if he gets a 4th ring. I think it's going to take him getting 6 rings and then also maybe improving his
Free throw percentage.
his free throw percentage, his playoff percentage.
See, but I don't blame the playoff percentage on him.
I know, because he was on Cleveland.
And I just proved that whole notion
Look
that
at those.
it's better to
remember,
not make the finals. It's better to lose in the Eastern Conference Finals than it is to make it to the finals and then lose. I don't agree with that logic.
Do you remember the Cleveland teams?
They're horrible. The fact that he took. So I'll say this about
Dante West or what?
Delonte
West,
who slept with LeBron's mom. Isn't that?
Oh, that was the rumor, right? That was the rumor.
I think that was the truth.
I mean, he just took the
trash teams,
the worst teams. Mo Williams.
So, I still think MJ is the greatest, but I will say this: LeBron,
R.I.P. Jameson, or what was his name? Antoine Jameson.
Is he dead?
No.
Antoine Jameson.
His basketball career.
Yeah. I will say this, even though I still think MJ is greater, I don't think that Michael Jordan could have taken that Cavs team that went up against the Golden State Warriors, and then when Kyrie went out and Kevin Love was out, I don't think MJ could have done that. I'll say this, I will always take LeBron for the first 3 quarters, and I'll take MJ for the 4th quarter.
Okay, so going back to you bringing up The Last Dance, Jerry, what's the
Crouch?
the
The one he
GM?
ate, Michael Jordan hated?
Is he the reason for Michael Jordan's greatness because he put those teams together?
I think he deserves some credit. Even though he sounded like an a-hole, I think he deserves some credit. He definitely had little man syndrome and definitely wanted to get on.
I know, but he put those teams together.
But he did put them together, yeah.
Yeah, he got those teams together. And just like you said, if you put Jordan on those. So
do you think if he wins a 4th that he's
I think it's
surpassed or getting close?
He's close. I mean, it's so hard to compare those two because of eras, because of
teams, coaches,
exactly
situations,
in a team
injuries.
Sport. Anytime in a team sport, you just can't rate. It's hard to rate somebody's individual greatness when it's a team effort. Now, if they were tennis players, easy, stack them up. Greatest of all time, let everything
Even
show.
that's still not perfect, though, right?
I know.
How good was that competition? We don't know. Was it a little bit better in the 90s versus 2000s?
You can do pretty good rankings now, so it'd be closer than
yeah,
what it is.
I totally agree. I'm just saying it's still not perfect.
Just with team basketball. So, yeah, I think he's going to be closer. I think a 5th, but really equaling the 6 rings is going to just help with a lot of it.
See, I think if LeBron gets to 5,
yeah,
it's going to be close because he will have done it with 3 different teams.
I think he needs 7.
Probably for Skip Bayless and Stephen A.
I think he needs 7. What's the most of all time?
Is it either Bill Russell, right?
Yeah.
Does he have 9 or 11? It's either 9 or 11. Put it right. Leave it in the comment, guys. But thank you guys as always for watching. Please like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the notification bell. And remember, Scotch is king.
Bourbon is best.
You making fun of my dog?
No.